Good morning.
Mr. Madlala, tell us, should we be optimistic that a breakthrough is imminent on the political violence and the level of political intolerance we're seeing in KwaZulu-Natal?
I would say only this will just be a beginning. If the top leadership of the both parties really meet, and then after their meeting they take this down to a level below them, I think it's a beginning of a peaceful kind of campaigning before our elections in the province.
Is political intolerance and violence part of the political culture entrenched in KwaZulu-Natal?
You are putting it too bluntly. Well,
is there any other way, sir?
Take it from the 80s. Yes, violence of the 80s started in KwaZulu-Natal and it spread out throughout the whole country. Unfortunately, yes. I think it has got a lot of other indirect causes to it, such as the low level of education, unemployment, poverty. And also let's not forget the living conditions in these hostels, where there's no privacy. Take Balito or Houghton. The neighbor in Houghton, does he know what political party he belongs to? But because of the lack of privacy in hostels, obviously your neighbor would know which party you vote for. So I think the living conditions, more than just that it's KwaZulu-Natal, I think the living conditions have something to do with it as well.
How optimistic are you then about the meeting today between the IFP and the NFP? And these peace deals are made between leadership, but is there a sense that they say one thing in front of the cameras and they tell another thing to their supporters when they go and report back?
Well, I have no doubt that the leader of the IFP and the leader of the NFP, Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi and Mamu Magwaza, I don't see them as a people who can really fuel violence. I think this is just a key to a door towards a peaceful campaigning. So I can't see them really instigating their supporters to kill one another. So I think this is just a beginning. It's going to send a very strong message to their supporters to say, not in the name of our political parties. I think from this meeting, it's just a beginning. I would like to see them now going to the actual hostel itself, meeting with the people who are there, and say, we as your leaders, this is what we've agreed upon. Make sure that there is no killing on either side.
Now, extra security forces will be deployed. You think this will be a solution to the problem of political killings?
It depends what sort of extra security deployment is going to take place. I don't think the SAPS are the ones that I think are more appropriate. I think what you need there is the military. Not just the military standing outside the hostels, but raiding the hostels, setting up roadblocks, searching up for illegal arms. I think that will go a long way to curtail this kind of violence.
I want to ask you about previous peace deals and accords that have been signed and failed. Are the leaders, you say the leaders have to go and talk to the supporters, are they really in control of these supporters? Is there a semblance that the leadership of both parties cannot control their supporters on the ground?
Well, which political leader is actually in control of what is happening at their branch level? I don't think we should ask for too much from these leaders. I think, as I've said earlier on, I think one step of going there to the hostels. By the way, it's not just KwaMashu, even Escort, the Midlands of KwaZulu-Natal. Going there jointly, for that matter, not just alone, jointly, and calling a rally of both the NFP and the IFP, and say, we, as your leaders, we condemn this kind of killing and intolerance. I think it goes a long way. And if you have evidence of some of our members who are showing intolerance, please report them. We will expel them. Expulsion, again, will go a long way to take out this form of violence.
Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Protas Madlala, who's a political analyst, giving us a little insight into political intolerance or really targeted political killings that continues to go on in KwaZulu-Natal.